Hello everyone and welcome to another E3 vlog. Sorry for the pause there. It's day 2 and we saw the giants that are Sony and Microsoft along with Ubisoft. A soft today. There's a lot of good, a little bad, and several moments of silence. Excuse me. And like the conferences today, I kind of want to take one myself. Let's everyone just take a moment and remember the victims of the Orlando shooting yesterday. I say yesterday, on the 12th, and keep their families in our hearts. Okay, on with the spectacle. E3. What can I say about E3 that I didn't say yesterday? All right, let's start this off. Let's start off with the big one, the giant. Nope, that was yesterday's. There we are. Oh God. I'm back. Technical difficulties, everyone. I didn't label these. Start off with the big one, Microsoft. Microsoft came in with the Xbox One S. Why was this a good thing? Why is this a bad thing? It's the cheaper version. It's the Slim. They've been doing it since the 360 version of the Xbox. If history shows us, we'll see a smaller one soon. Or at least one that looks like the new one. They made another console announcement afterwards. I don't know how I feel about that at all. But we'll get on to it. Game-wise, Microsoft had some big ones. Like some really, really, really big ones. I'm going to have to check my Twitter feed for a reminder, but Microsoft's show was good. They talked a lot about cross-platform. They're big on this Windows 10 Xbox Live connection. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Yes! Yes, it is a very good thing. They're trying to tear down that wall of multiple communities for one community. At least that's the public perspective. The corporate perspective is probably, how do we profit off of everyone else? But yeah, Gears gameplay that looked great, you know, more chest high walls. We got to see Marcus Phoenix at the end of the trailer. That was pretty cool. And if you buy the Xbox One version, you get the Windows 10 version. If you buy the Windows 10 version, you get the Xbox One version. That is great. That is absolutely brilliant. And that's what you need to be doing, is this cross-platform synergy. Still bringing up my own feed. Man, I tweeted a lot today. Here we go. Okay. They showed off Kenji Ifune's Recore. I like this, and I like the concept. I like everyone behind it. And I feel like this is where Ifune wanted Mega Man and Mighty Number 9 to go, because Mighty Number 9 is already getting, like, the worst press, and the game's not out yet. Like, we could call it the Warcraft of the video game industry. It's getting such bad press before release. I think it's actually out now. I passed on it because it wasn't what I wanted. What I want was Mega Man Legends 3, but yeah. Recore looks good. We got to see some Final Fantasy 15 gameplay at the Xbox conference. That was awesome. Gears, that. Forza, didn't care. Oh, nope, back to me. Let's see. Battlefield 1 was there. Oh my god, they're putting Cortana on my Xbox. Don't do that! Don't. They're also putting a program called Looking for Group that will allow you to find people, like-minded people playing the same game. Like, Microsoft did a lot of good. They really did. They even showed off cross-platform a little bit with Minecraft. The problem was, it apparently is only for the Pocket Edition and the Windows 10 Edition. So, yeah. Sucks. Not gonna lie, I'm not too keen on that at all. But if they're going to do it, they need to do it for every version. Java, everything. I was kind of excited for Minecraft Realms to be on the consoles, like, and allow me to play with my friends with a PS4 or a Wii. No. Sacrilege. Yeah, pretty much. We saw the new Tekken 7 trailer. And it opened with a fight of Akuma and Hayachi, which may be the closest thing to Tekken Cross Street Fighter we're ever going to get. For those of you who don't remember what I'm talking about, when Street Fighter Cross Tekken came out, that was done by Capcom. And it was promised that, in return, Namco Bandai would get to do Tekken Cross Street Fighter. And, you know, switch things over with their engine. Never happened. I think Akuma's their way, Capcom's a way of apologizing. We're getting a new Dead Rising 4, and the main character from the first game is back. There was some rumor that this might be a reboot. I don't know. But I'm excited. It looks good, and the only other big things from Xbox were Scalebound they showed off, and honestly that's looking to be my new Devil May Cry for me. Like, that looks so good. And I can't wait for it to come out. And we got Halo Wars 2 trailer. And then the bad happened. Oh man, I don't even want to talk about this. They announced Project Scorpio, which is a new console. And I'm not happy at all. Like, if what I think is happening, we are being pushed into another console cycle. And this one, instead of being like 2 to 3 years early, is a whole 7 to 10 years early. And it's all because Nintendo has to play flippin' catch up, I'm guessing. Hey, you can see my monitor in the reflection of my glasses. And right there's the porn. Right, you want to see the porn? It's right there. Yes. Yeah. Right there in the mirror. Right there. There's the porn. Right there. That's porn. No, it's not. But yeah, they announced a new console. Then took a break, about an hour break. And then we got Ubisoft's thing. And, oh my god, I loved Ubisoft. They started off with Just Dance and playing Queen. And I was just like, stop it, please stop. It was confusing. There was a giraffe. Correction, there was a guy dressed like a giraffe. For one of my favorite Queen songs. So, I mean, yeah. They showed off Ghost Recon. They showed off a lot. The big things... hang on. We moved to Ubisoft. Ubisoft. Sorry about that. They showed off Ghost Recon, which is like this interesting... It's got very much like an 80s, 90s movie like action film. It's like a Mexican drug cartel takes over a small country where coca leaf is their major exponent in it's a drug country, and this squadron comes in and they're just trying to save this country from the drug cartels, and it looks awesome. Like, I love this movie. Like, this plotline was sold. The villain sold me on the movie, on this whole concept. Then we got another Rainbow Six Siege-esque trailer, except it felt less like, oh, I'm playing the game. Hey guys, over here, I think I found one. And more of the people doing the voiceovers were like responding to the and the grinding and the dodging and the whoa, like the voiceovers felt more like the characters this time, but obviously weren't the characters. So I don't know. Though if that's the case and the characters talk to get to each other the whole time, that would be cool. I want to save one thing for last, so I'm just like going over this my tweets in my list right now. We got Ghost Recon, which is a Tom Clancy game, and then we got For Honor. For Honor it's got this weird story, like, but it's that game we saw last year with the barbarians, the knights, and the samurai fighting. We got to see a lot more single-player gameplay from that. I'm on board. I am totally on board. It looked good. Like, I'm very excited. We got to see Watch Dogs 2 gameplay trailer. Honestly, I clocked out. I was so not interested in it. It's probably their big hurt to it. Like, for a concept that I was so intrigued by with the original Watch Dogs, to fall so short with that game, and set in my hometown, for God's sakes, and now they're moving to San Francisco and trying to brighten it and make it more hip, and I don't know. I'll probably give it a fair shot. It does look really good. And then my two favorite things of the show, happened. The first one was, we got a Star Trek game. A virtual Star Trek game. A VR game. Where everyone takes a bridge roll and you play it out. And to show it off, they got Star Trek alums, Jerry Ryan, Carl Urban, and Lamar Burton to play it. And that was awesome. That was great. And I want to play this game. This game has sold me on VR. An HTC Vive may be in my immediate future. I don't know yet. It all depends on what I can play it on. It's VR is looking good right now. Really looking good. And that's a good thing. I even raved about Bethesda doing VR. So, and this was me last year where I was I don't know. I didn't know. A year later, I am being sold on it. I think it can change the industry. I think what's going to eventually happen is the walls for consoles are going to come down. And essentially, it's going to be, you buy a console, every so often they release a new model of the console, kind of like gaming PCs, but you could still modulate that console, make it better. The only thing you're really doing with that console, when you buy that console, is you agree to upgrade the console's operating system. That's my hope for the future of gaming. But that means a Microsoft brand console can still play with a Nintendo and a Sony. But you have to get all three of them on the same page. That's what I hope for. That's what I hope for. And it just every 10 years, you buy the upgrade kit and you upgrade. Which is, an upgrade kit is a hardware upgrade kit, and it comes with easy to plug and activate instructions. Okay, the other thing I absolutely love from Ubisoft. South Park Fractured Butthole. We got to see gameplay. Matt Stone and Trey Parker talked about the game. We got a release date. That's December 2nd, I believe. 6th. I was close. And when you pre-order it now, you get the Stick of Truth for free. So if you don't have the Stick of Truth and you're interested in this game, buy this game, play the Stick of Truth for the current gen consoles. I can't recommend that more. Yeah, other than that, Ubisoft did a great job. They talked about the Assassin's Creed movie. But the thing was, we didn't get a new Assassin's Creed game. No trailer, no announcement, nothing. I think they're really, like... It's weird for them not to have a game with the movie. Yet at the same time, it might be the best move. Because they can either use the movie as a jumping off point or something else. Because I really think they've hurt their franchise so much by, instead of making it this cyberpunk mix with historical drama, and just making it straight up historical dramas. Like, the only reason the cyberpunk aspect, the animus aspect is even there anymore is to explain away things. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to the movie. I want to see what's going on with the movie and all that. But again, it was really weird not to even hear about a new Assassin's Creed game. And then I'm still waiting for Beyond Good and Evil 2. So, yeah. I have grades for these later. We will talk about that at the end of the show. But, whoops, wrong one. Go away. Go. Okay, everyone's gone. Alright. And last but not least, and the reason I say last is because I didn't really watch the PC Gamer conference. While PC Gamer did a lot of good things and was focusing on some strictly PC gaming platforms and giving them the fair promotion they deserve, I knew for a fact that any game I was going to play on PC that I wanted to play was going to be in these conferences, not there. And the only other company that is strictly PC waits for their event to announce anything for them, and that's Blizzard. So, we move on to the best show of the night. I mean, I literally just got done watching it, and I'm just, like, blown away. It was trailer after trailer after trailer, and not always it was just, here's a trailer. No, it was trailer that immediately led into gameplay that looked amazing. Last Guardian's got a release date. I've got to go through this all again. Like, Last Guardian's got a release date. We got a new God of War trailer with a Norse setting that looks amazing. Like, a Norse setting. A lot of people are calling it a reboot. I don't know. It's very obvious that is Kratos. but it's like very much Norse. We got to see a trailer for a new game called Days Gone. I'm disappointed in that. It looked interesting. It looked like this post-apocalyptic world. And it is. But it's a zombie apocalypse, so... yeah. We didn't get a release date for Horizon. We got a flippin' VR Resident Evil trailer for Resident Evil 7 now, I think we're up to. Yes, 7. 7. You're gonna... that looks better to me. Yeah. 7. That was frightening. Had a very, like, PT feel to it. So, yeah. I'm excited. We got a lot of VR, like, trailers dropped on us. Farpoint, a VR Final Fantasy 15 experience that lets you play as everyone's now favorite character for a game that hasn't come out yet. Pompai. It's Italian, I know it is. Dude. But we got a Final Fantasy 15 experience that's just like a rail shooter. You use the teleport to kind of move around so you're out of combat and you shoot at the enemy. We have an Arkham VR experience. Like, that had Mark Hamill and everything. We saw the trailer for the new Call of Duty game, which got announced already. It's got a very sci-fi feel to it, and it looks interesting. And honestly, if this wasn't a Call of Duty game, I'd be all about that. Like, I'd hop in that game in a hot minute. It looked amazing. However, it's Call of Duty. It's going to have a viral... it's going to have a very viral and a very insulting community. So I'm staying away from the multiplayer, and I can't see myself paying $60 for that low of a single player experience. So I'll pass. Like I said, if it wasn't a Call of Duty game, I might be all about it. They announced the return of Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot. I'm pretty stoked. Pretty stoked for Crash returning. And he's even going to be appearing in the new Skylanders game. So, that. But Crash is back. And Hideo Kojima revealed his new game. And Norman Reedus is back. It is called Death Stranded. No clue what's going on. The trailer was confusing as hell, which is to be expected from Kojima. But I'm on board. Absolutely on board. What else happened? Like it's so fresh in my mind, and it's so good. Oh my god, yes! Marvel and Insomniac have partnered to make a PlayStation 4 Spider-Man game that just says, like, this is right. Everything about this is right. I am excited. I want to play it. The costume looked amazing. So yeah. Yeah. Everything was good. Everything was very good. If I had to fault Sony for anything, there really wasn't a strong indie presence this year at all. And no talk of Shenmue. And no throwing me to a Kickstarter page. So, yeah. Sony did a really good job this year. Let's get started on the grading. But before we grade, I gotta go back and talk about that, because I brought up the fact that Sony didn't do an indie presence, whereas Microsoft had an amazing indie presence. ID at Xbox has never looked good, and some of the games that I can identify, one of them was Yooka-Laylee, which is the game I'm so excited to play, because I loved Banjo-Kazooie on the N64. Short of Conker's Bad Fur Day, it is one of my favorite action platformers out there. So, alright. So, that was E3 today, day 2. Day 1 will probably just be me responding to Nintendo, and I might have the video up anywhere from an hour to 2 hours after the event. Depends on how long it's going to take me to process, upload and process the video. So, let's get started, shall we? What grade do I give Microsoft? Gameplay was good. They talked about their core games. There wasn't a lot of first exclusive on here first talk. The word exclusive was thrown, like exclusive games were thrown around a lot. That's great. You want to sell what you have, not what you can do with other people for this. However, 2 consoles, very confusing. Like, plenty of talk of crossplay, but no, like, demos of crossplay. Like the Forza demo, even though I'm not crazy about that game, had 4 people playing. 2 on consoles, 2 on PC. And you want to know what they did with that? They showed off 4 different locations in the game. Instead of having them race one another, 4 different locations in-game. The only time they showed off cross-platform was with the VR version of Minecraft on Windows 10 and it's an Oculus version, so I don't know, like Windows 10 supporting Oculus. So Windows Oculus 10 supported Minecraft, Windows 10 edition, and the Pocket edition, all sharing Realm, the new Realm system with the friendly update. So, I don't know. What would I give them? B-. Like, it's not bad, it's not great, could be better. Solid B. Moving on to Ubisoft. Ubisoft was very entertaining. There may have been more verbal, there was less games and more talking than I would have liked, but they were good about it. Matt Stone and Trey Parker were hilarious. Aisha Tyler was on point, as always. I love her as the host of these shows. She's very funny, she's very talented, and she does love these games. Like, I'm not going to hate on her for that. She does love these games. They had Stick of Truth, this South Park game, Fractured But Whole. And oh my god, Cartman's origin story for douchebag's superhero ability is great, and the making fun of Marvel was awesome. I can't wait. They even took a shot at Kanye West. The VR, like this, plus what Bethesda's doing and everything Sony's doing with VR, I'm sold on VR, so that's good. They get a B+. A positive. Like I said, it was good. There was a lot of good about it. They're very entertaining, but there could have been more demonstrative stuff than less scripted demonstrative stuff. Yeah, B+. Sony, what can I say? I've been gushing about them already. They did amazing. It was just powering through game trailer after game trailer after game trailer, an orchestrated score the entire time. Like, the presentation itself felt like they were being very full of themselves, but it worked to their advantage. A live orchestra that did the music for some of these trailers. They were great. Like, they focused on first-party titles, exclusives, and it was just amazing. They get an A. They are an A, and it's a well-earned A. It's a very good A. So let's go through the week recap. We'll start with EA. EA has the lowest grade with a C-, I think is what I gave them. Yay, my phone fucked up. I have my notes on the grading stuff on my phone now, so I don't have this big piece of paper in front of me. So, yeah, EA got a C-. Now, initially I gave Bethesda a B- and then changed my mind to a B+. I'm going back to a B- with them after seeing these. Bethesda really didn't do that much of good. I also learned that the DLC for Nuka World will be the last Fallout 4 DLC, which means they're working on a new... let me change this. Wrong one. Bethesda. Right there. They're probably working on the new Elder Scrolls game, so they've probably been working on it since Skyrim ended, but we might see an announcement sooner than later. Who knows? But yeah, that. Microsoft a B-. Ubisoft a B, solid, and Sony an A. Sony's going to be hard to beat. They really are. I'm not saying they've won it. I've got to see what Nintendo did, and I may go back and rewatch the PC Gamer stream, but no, I probably won't. So tomorrow we do Nintendo live at the Treehouse at E3, where we'll take a look at Pokemon Sun and Moon and Legend of Zelda. Alright. With that said, hit that like and subscribe button hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Hit that subscribe button if you want to stay in touch. This has been another E3 blog. We call it a day. We call it a week tomorrow. And I will see you then. Bye now.